Broadcasting from the furniture capital of the world, it's Couched with Carson Kressley. Tonight's guests, supermodel, actress, and entrepreneur Kathy Ireland, world-renowned celebrity designer Alexa Hampton, with Roy Day and his band Cookie.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's Carson!
Thanks for coming to Couched with me, Carson Kressley. Look, my name is on the wall, and it's in a good way, finally. Anyway, welcome to Couched. Today's episode is all about DIY. And yeah, I always say DIY not. Who's a DIYer? Anybody? Yeah, don't be shy. It's okay. Everyone's doing it. How about our amazing band, Roy and Cookie? They are so good. I'm going to scamper up here for a moment. Have a little beverage. Okay, thanks, Roy. I was thinking of other names for the band.
Okay.
So the band's name is Cookie, but I was thinking they could change it seasonally. Like if you, for the holidays, you could be the Gingerbread Men. It's a thought. Okay, that one did not go over well. If you get really, really famous and all get super rich, you could be Fortune Cookie. Let's hope for that one. Let's hope for that. Okay. All right. Oh my God, we're inside and there are people here. Okay. Now, DIY doesn't only mean do it yourself in design. You can actually do it yourself in anything in life, including building a powerful and successful career from the ground up. Kathy Ireland has done just that. And while I was away over the weekend, she came by to see my beautiful couch. And we chatted with her about everything from leadership and modeling to running her own empire. Take a look.
Kathy, do you have any nicknames?
I have several nicknames going back from childhood. So I was called everything from unibrow to veggie to relentless and Kit Kat. A really sweet one that I could never ever live up to. Someone calls me Angel, and that's very sweet.
Best compliment you ever received?
The best compliment, it has to be from all three of our children and my husband. First time each of them said, "I love you."
Favorite subject in school?
Favorite subject in school? My education is ongoing. Barely graduated high school, and I will never stop learning. And I would say it's my education in human rights and design.
And favorite dessert?
Favorite dessert is Mom's chocolate chip cookies. There is nothing better. A really close second is my dear friend and colleague, Chef Andre. He makes the best peach cobbler.
Best memory with your kids?
Best memory with our kids. It's just playing with them in the dirt, in the mud, making forts. Actually, I am hopeful that we have not had our best memory yet.
First job ever?
First job ever. First serious job, I was 11 and I had a paper route. But before that, I was 4 years old and I painted rocks. I sold them from my wagon.
Biggest challenge of your career?
Biggest challenge of my career is time. There's just never enough to accomplish all that we need to accomplish.
Inspiration for Kathy Ireland worldwide?
The inspiration for our company was me being a pregnant, aging model at my kitchen table, recognizing that that career was finished, on its way out, and needing to start something. There are many, many models who are wonderful moms. I knew for myself that I was going to need more control of my life, my career, my calendar to raise our kids the way I wanted to.
Your favorite way to relax?
My favorite way to relax, it's being with my family, being outdoors, the beach, the mountains.
Secret talent.
Secret talent, I'm not sure if it's a secret, but probably many people don't know how much I love designing jewelry. It's a passion.
Your go-to workout.
My go-to workout, and my favorite go-to workout is surfing. I'm not very good. My sense of adventure far outweighs my grace, but I absolutely love it. You can never have a bad day when you're out in the ocean.
Biggest piece of advice you would give to other women in business.
Biggest piece of advice I'd give to other women in business is don't let rejection define or destroy you. When somebody says no, when they knock you down, get back up. And something that I was 40 years old before I learned that no is a complete sentence. No thank you is better, but no works. And sometimes we have to say no to good things in order to say yes to great things.
And first impression of Carson's couch.
Wow. Wow. Love. I love it. Okay, the first time I saw Carson on television, I just wanted to jump into the TV screen and give him a hug and a kiss because he's so kind and lovable and talented, and that's his couch. It's a big kiss.
Do you want to go sit on it?
Yeah. All right. Oh, this is so fun. I love it.
What do you think?
Wow. Oh, it's great. It's just like a nice kiss.
You want to give Carson a little message right from you.
Oh, Carson, you are amazing. You bring so much joy, talent, and love into the world, into everything that you do. You're incredible.
Oh, Kathy, thank you so much. I love you. I need to see you soon. Mwah. Okay, so speaking of DIY, this is kind of about like doing it yourself, but creating an amazing career for yourself. We have actually someone that is so spectacular. This is one of our greatest guests. She is actually an interior design. I would call her an icon because she's major. She has done it all herself. She created one of the most successful interior design firms of all time. She has furniture, lighting, fabric, wallpaper collections, and she's done the most spectacular homes from New York City to China. And her portfolio includes beautiful uptown apartments, gorgeous country homes, private planes, and even yachts. I mean, do not be fooled by the yachts that she's got. She's still just Alexa Hampton from the block. Make some noise, everybody. There she is. Hi. Welcome. You look so gorgeous in your pink mouthful of makeup. Come on, where do you want to be? Do you want to be on the chair or on the lift? Let's be on the lifts, yeah. Yes. I have some water there for you. So I'm going to take these off because I only need them to see far away. Alexa Hampton, everybody. Hi. You're one of my favorite people because you're so talented, you're so funny, and I think that you just have a great time with design, even though you do like the most major, like, you should see her books, like the most
major.
Gorgeous.
Extra major.
The books are like designing in detail, right? Which I have. It's on my coffee table right now at home. And there's another one, architecture.
The Language of Interior Design.
The Language of Interior Design.
Which is the Julie Andrews approach. Once you know the notes to sing, you can sing most anything.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And is it kind of?
Because that's so luxury. Julie Andrews and The Sound of Music.
And to do it yourself, that's also not super luxury. But you
DIY?
I feel like you're design royalty. I mean, you've got like high gloss lacquer in your veins.
I do.
Because you come from a family of design.
And I did laugh a little when you were like, she did it all herself.
Well, I mean, you're a self-made woman. You people don't realize this, but I think that you know, in the 70s and 80s when your dad was working in interior design, it was kind of a field dominated by men.
Absolutely.
All of like, you know, the Mario Buatas and all
Absolutely.
of those people. So
Yeah.
being a female
At least
interior
the
designer
bold-faced names were
Yeah.
exclusively men, yeah.
is kind of a new thing. And when you took over, like you were, I think you're very self-made.
Tell me more.
Well, and I also love your lip color. But you started really young, but you went to Brown.
I did.
And did you study interior design? Because so many people
I did not.
kind of change gears. What was your original career?
I started working for my father at 13. So,
Okay.
I mean, I didn't change careers. I just thought, well, as long as they're paying for college.
Right.
let's learn
So her
something.
dad, Mark Hampton, a major boldface interior
Wonderful.
designer, New York City, high-end, outstanding, like legendary work.
And so I studied literature and history, and then I went to grad school for fine arts.
Okay.
But I will tell you now that I did not complete that graduate program.
What shocking revelations right here on the couched couch.
I have since earned 2 honorary doctorates, which the lesson that taught me was
Right.
I got
Why
twice
bother?
the degree for half the education.
Right. But, I mean, but all joking aside, having a degree in fine art really does prepare you for...
I really wouldn't know.
What?
Because
Don't
I
you have-
didn't get it.
But I thought you had one from the New York
Honorary.
honorary. Okay.
Why am I telling you this?
Oh
I
my
should be
gosh.
like, yes.
Yes, she's been a
Dr.
charlatan
Hampton.
all this time.
Totally.
That's Alexa Hampton, everybody. Thank you so
Bye.
much. But regardless, you do the most amazing work, and besides doing these amazing apartments that I've seen in your books, and what I love about you is that you do this like very, to me, like Park Avenue, like glamour, but in a really like cool way, in a relaxed way. Like there'll be a spread and it'll be like this gorgeous apartment. She's like, it's for a family with 2 small children. How do you do that? How do you make that work? Like have these gorgeous interiors, but make it family friendly.
I think that's the big challenge of what we're all doing these days, because we have to. We all spend a lot of time in our kitchen.
Right.
I mean, I don't, but I hear allegedly.
Likewise.
Many people do, and I think just my apartment is very ambitious, considering that the minute I come home, I'm wearing my husband's boxers and I'm barefoot.
Me too. No, I don't have a husband, but I would, if I
I
did,
thought you were wearing my husband's
I think I
boxers.
would. No, I haven't seen your husband's boxers. I haven't even seen your husband, but we can, I'll come over.
I wish you would.
Yeah, we need to, I can't believe we haven't hung out
I
yet.
can't believe it either.
We've done some really fun panels, and sometimes in the interior design world, designers will get together and they'll collaborate and tell stories about favorite projects or design disasters. I don't know why they invited me, but Alexa was there, and you had a story that I thought was so great. I'm going to remind you what it is.
Thank you.
It was not a design disaster, but it was like kind of one about like danger and espionage.
So my father worked for Estee Lauder. She lived in a townhouse, and thank you.
Like
That
in a
is crazy
townhouse,
story.
meaning like an entire like
Yeah, like a mansion.
gigantic mansion in New York City that's
And
like billions of dollars.
And I was not with him.
Okay.
I was in 4th grade. I was
Okay.
Tiny
You were
little
just-
child.
It was only a couple years ago.
Really, truly.
Yeah.
And he walked in and he saw the gentleman who answered the door was not a man he knew.
Right.
And he said, "Hi, I'm Mark Hampton. I'm just coming to check on the curtains."
And he'd been there a million times, so he
A million
knew
times.
like who
And
was
so
working
like,
there.
Head scratch. So he walked in, the guy shut the door behind him, put a gun to his head, and said, he took his wallet and said, "I know who you are. I know where you live. I know, like this took a serious turn."
Well, I know,
And
right?
he-
It's such a dramatic story. I couldn't believe it when I
My
heard
entire
it.
4th grade year, I died out on this story. I was like, let me tell everybody.
Right.
And he handcuffed my father under a sink downstairs.
Right.
With, the butler, all the people that one has in one's house. The
Right,
butler,
right.
The maid, blah, blah, blah. And they stole millions of dollars of Estee's jewelry.
Okay.
And punched her in the eye, gave her a black eye.
No.
And it turns out, years later, Whitey Bulger said it was I.
Right, like
He
a famous
probably
like
didn't-
gangster.
Yeah, the guy from Black Mass where Johnny Depp played him.
Right.
and-
But
yeah.
interior design can become dangerous. Who knew?
So dangerous.
Who knew?
I
Now-
mean, sometimes it's stripes and flowers.
Right, sometimes
And
it's
sometimes
chintz
it's
and
a
then
gun.
sometimes it's drama. It turns
Yeah.
into like an episode of Murder, She Wrote.
Oh, that's so not glamorous.
No.
It took a turn for
No,
sadness
Murder, She
there.
Wrote was very glamorous. Some of those interiors were super fun, I thought. I know that you, from doing all these panels too, that you love other designers. I know you and Thom Filicia are good friends, and I know he gave a speech for you when you were honored, and you're pretty much into the whole community.
I am.
Have you collaborated with other designers on projects? Is that something you would do?
I have not, but I would absolutely. do
Yeah?
that. Yeah. Actually, I texted Thom Filicia today.
And what did you say?
Well,
That you were coming here?
I didn't.
What? What? What did you say to him?
Actually, it might have been last night after drinking, but it could have been this morning. I'm not sure. But I said we were talking crazy stories. I was telling actually some of his stories to a colleague of mine. And so I texted him that he and I should write a book of the funniest things that have happened to us.
You must.
And still show beautiful interiors, but there have been, and not a disrespectful book, not a book where we're dissing clients, more because we love our clients and they're perfect.
Of course.
But ridiculous things that have happened to us.
Right, behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And you could have this beautiful image where it looks all prim and
Yes.
proper and gorgeous, and then be like, actually, both of us were
Clowns.
had food poisoning that day, and were drenched in our own vomit when we
'Cause that
styled this
happens.
beautiful thing. Yeah. What are some of the other design disasters? Do you have one with Thom? Or
No, I don't have one with Thom, but I feel that if Thom and I were ever to do something,
it would be
a design disaster.
It would be disastrous, but funny, and it would
beautiful.
also be beautiful.
Yeah.
It would
we
also
did
be
do,
beautiful.
actually, we did do a bed and breakfast together.
Oh, you did? Oh, was it Pandora's Manor?
It was Pandora's
Which sounds
Manor.
like a porn film. I'm so
It did-
sorry. But it does.
It
Pandora's
does.
Manor sounds like it would be softcore, and there'd be lots of
Yeah.
negligees
Yeah,
involved.
Vaseline on the screen.
Yeah, it'd be soft, like
and-
Lady Chatterley. Remember those from
I
HBO,
remember
during
the
high
book.
school, and you're like, what is this Lady Chatterley?
Yeah.
Oh, Adam West did this movie? And I was like, I've never seen Batman like that. Anyway, I digress. So you did this bed and breakfast together.
Yeah.
And
And
did you
we
work
had-
on one room together or
No,
different?
No, different
Okay.
rooms. And he and I had a photo shoot in our pajamas during that.
Okay.
That was fun.
That sounds fun.
That was fun, and we were probably drunk
Well, it was probably
in the morning.
noon. It happens.
Wow, that was really loud laughing.
It
And I'm like,
happens.
sorry.
So, we were talking all about DIY today. Do you have any DIYs that are high-end ones that you could share?
Well, I just showed at Market, showed my furniture line. I had to, just to have different artwork in all these rooms, there are a lot of walls. I did pencil drawings my own. So I'm sitting in my husband's boxers at the dining room table with colored pencils, and I'm like,
Getting the visual. Okay.
Why am I, as a 48-year-old woman, sitting in my dining room table with colored pencils doing this? But sometimes you just got it.
Yeah, you just
Sometimes
have
you
to
gotta
roll
bring
up
it.
your sleeves and just do it
Yeah.
yourself. Well, we have a little game to play.
I love games.
Okay, good. I knew you would. I'm going to put my glasses on so I can see the rules. Because it's this is very official. So we have a fun game today to get to know Alexa better, and it's called Would You Rather?
Okay.
Which I'm sure you know this game. You've heard of that. I want to ask these questions, which are they on the screen behind me? Okay. So I want to say them in the voice like, Alexa.
He does this to me all the time.
I do that. I'm like, Alexa, design me a couch. Okay, so, Alexa, would you rather design a room from scratch or have to redo a cluttered space?
Ingenue from scratch. If you're my client, redo.
Oh, okay, good. Two answers. You want to make the money. Okay, next question. Alexa, would you rather work for a helicopter client or someone completely uninvolved? Oh, this is easy.
Those are two horrible
Oh,
sides of the spectrum.
right. And bad sounding words, helicopter or uninvolved.
Yeah, I was like, what is a helicopter
But we'll
client?
just- a helicopter
I thought you
client.
meant do their helicopter.
I know, that would
and
be
then I saw the
perfect.
rest of it.
I think you would like to work with a client who has a helicopter and is completely uninvolved.
If they're totally
Right?
uninvolved though, it gets soulless.
It does. Okay, good
It
point.
does.
It gets, and also sometimes when they get the bill, they're like, what? Because they had no idea. Would you rather, wait, I did that wrong. Alexa. It never gets old, does it?
It does.
I knew that was coming. Would you rather work on a project in the middle of nowhere or in a crowded city like Beijing?
Beijing.
Really? Have you done apartments in Beijing or?
I have done a house, a villa.
Really?
In Hangzhou.
And I like the sound of that. How do
Not
you?
to be confused with Guangzhou.
Oh, is that a different city? Okay, I need a map. Let's go to the next one. I won't say, Alexa. Would you rather go to a sports game or a Broadway show?
Broadway show.
Really?
Yeah.
Me
Even
too.
though the chairs are very uncomfortable.
Well, they're very narrow.
They're very narrow.
They're made for like
Twins.
1800s people.
When you have twins, like, open that up.
I get it, girl. Baby got back.
I got stuck in a swing.
What?
After having children, I got on one of those old-fashioned swings where the sides are
With the
iron,
chains? Oh,
and my husband had to rescue me.
wow.
I had spread.
We have photos, everybody. Would you rather spend an evening with Whitney Houston or Prince? That's going to be very hard.
Prince.
You love Prince.
I cried when Prince died.
That was a major thing.
That was a loss.
Yeah, he was such an
I mean,
artist.
no disrespect to Whitney Houston, but Prince
Yeah.
is Prince.
Yeah, no, I get it. Would you rather run a marathon?
The answer is not the marathon.
Okay, or have to finish the novel War and Peace in one sitting?
War and Peace.
War and Peace all the way. I don't do marathons either.
Unless you mean that old caramel
Oh, the
braid
bar,
covered in chocolate.
a marathon
The
bar. I could
So
do that.
good. I do that marathon.
Would you rather be on Chopped or Get a Room?
Get around.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'd like to get chopped on
Get a Room. Would never happen. We would need your help. Oh, I feel like we've really got to know you more.
I feel I've gotten to know you.
And I am so glad that you came because you're like one of my faves. Is Alexa Hampton not the greatest? So good.
I love like it was one person
Well,
and then other people felt
we
sad.
don't have a huge studio audience. So,
It's like my mother.
it's not just
my mother.
Yeah. Does she ever come to
Never.
Never?
She's not invited.
No, okay. We'll talk about that next time. So what big projects are you working on right now that we can watch for? I mean, you're always in the magazines. You always have books. Do we have a new book or?
Can one curse on the internet?
Oh,
No.
yeah, absolutely.
I'm not gonna do it.
Absolutely.
So anyway, I'm working in India,
Oh, wow, okay.
in Bangalore.
On a residence
on a
or a
house,
hotel?
On a brand new house.
And have you been to India before?
I sure have. And
Okay.
I've been twice since I started the project.
I want to go.
So cool.
Maybe I could go with you.
I can't even imagine.
I
how
could be
great
your
that would be.
assistant, and we could tape it. And it could be.
Oh, wait a minute.
It would be, I don't know. What could possibly go wrong? Me, you, India.
Yeah.
And are you doing it like with an Indian flair, or is it a very kind of Western style?
But it's for Indians.
Okay.
And I'm sure they don't want me to theme out.
How do they find you? Like
I don't know.
on Instagram?
No. 'cause
No,
they're
okay.
grown-ups.
Okay.
I mean,
No,
I'm a
people-
grown-up and I buy sculpture on Instagram. I have an issue.
Oh my God, I buy things like when you get the, you don't even follow that person on
My
Instagram?
lipstick is Instagram.
Is it? And do you give them your credit card number?
I sure do.
I do that too. It's so dangerous. It's like credit Russian roulette. It's like, here, buy these knockoff Gucci espadrilles from this place.
No, they're not called knockoffs. They're
called,
they're called something else for sure, and I bought them.
they're like, it's when you honor something.
Not an homage.
No, not an homage.
No,
No.
there's something that clearly implies that they're illegal, and I didn't realize
Right,
it.
like Gucci inspired.
Something
Completely
worse.
illegal
Yeah.
copyright
Yep.
violations.
And it got delivered in a bag that looked like Ace Ventura: Pet Detective.
Yeah, had
like
packed it
it'd been
himself.
dribbled down the street.
And it had many stains on
yes,
it.
Yes,
And
it
it's
could not have been more obviously an illegal
Yeah.
endeavor.
No, I get those too, and they're kind of dusty. I immediately throw those into the garbage chute because I don't know, if there's
I immediately
anthrax
wore
and
it.
whatnot.
I was like,
no, I mean
sorry.
the bag.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then if I buy
well, it disintegrated upon looking at it.
the bag.
Yeah.
And if I buy a textile, like if I was buying a something inspired something.
But I do that.
I
order
do it
on
too.
Etsy.
I do too. And then I put it in the dryer immediately to
Bed
kill
bugging,
any kind
yeah.
of critters that may be living
That's
in
good.
there.
My mother does that with the newspaper so that the ink doesn't come off in her hands.
Okay, I like her.
She
I think we'll get
microwaves
along.
the paper.
No, I would think you would put it in the freezer.
No, you put it in the microwave for a minute on high, and it sets the ink.
No. See, this is an educational
This is
program,
do-it-yourself.
everybody. And it's DIY. So thank you for bringing it all
Brought
the
it
way
back.
home, full circle. So thank you to our audience for being here so much. Thank you to the amazing, talented, gorgeous, funny, stylish, full of information, Alexa Hampton. We are so excited for our next time on Couch. You'll never guess who's going to be here. Maybe Alexa will be back for part 2.
I'm never leaving.
Yeah, or tell us all about her travels to India next month. Who knows? It could be anybody. But it's going to be fabulous, so stay tuned and stay fabulous yourself.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming to do this because I know how busy it is.